We going crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Going to begin the drive here in Madison. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is taken at the 23. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
Well, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll go Madison up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to run with Madison again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing here, Howell. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Shoves him aside. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Before a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. it's Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. 4 yards remain for second down. Now Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Straight ahead, Gibson. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Hal throwing on 1st down here. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it is 28-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they run with Madison. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Vikings on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some space. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Nwanger now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 36, Wilson. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 35 yards the game there. Another 1st down as well.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They go play action now. Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw is Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So a victory here for the Commanders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shut.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict.